I really enjoyed the Jetty. I think it's so. I'm a big fan of kind of, you know, the things I just love are sort of thriller series of detectives and the words BBC and everything like that. When it comes together, I'm happy. But it's nice to speak to you guys today because more often than not, junkets happen kind of ahead of shows being released. But the benefit of the chatting to you both today is that we can kind of sort of speak about it as a thing that now exists in the world. So I'll start with you, Ruby. I mean, what's it been like kind of watching audiences follow the show online and people have their own theories, their own ideas? Is that kind of fun element when you put a show kind of out there and you watch it be received and speculated upon?
Yeah, it's nice to know that people are enjoying it the same, you know, the love that you poured into sort of making something, that it's being reciprocated and they're enjoying it in the same way. I can't say I always like go in search of like what people are saying, because sometimes I tend to steer clear of that, maybe for my own mental well-being. But I'm obviously seeing sort of the outpouring of love for it, which is really exciting, and it was a great show to work on with like some really brilliant people as well.
Yeah, because Archie, I mean, I just wondering, did you have any kind of plans for launch night? Did you have any friends round, watch with the parents, or is it always quite difficult watching yourself? And actually, is the best plan is to go out for a night and forget about it?
I was nursing a devastating England Euro final loss. So yeah, I was pretty upset. But yeah, yesterday a few of my friends had been texting me saying that they're watching it, and it's funny hearing them say, it's like, oh, I think the dad's dodgy. I think, you know, it's funny hearing all their kind of theories in real time, having known what happens, and I'll let them crack on and watch it. But yeah, my family really enjoyed it. My family are a big fan of these things, same as you. These sort of crime thrillers, and yeah, they've really enjoyed it. So it's been really nice knowing that people are loving it.
Yeah, it was just nice to watch anything to take my mind off the football on Monday, to be honest. Any distraction was welcome.
Maybe it came out at the perfect time.
Exactly. And I mean, Ruby, you mentioned about working with talented people. I mean, you both work so closely on this with Jenna, obviously as daughter and as colleague. She's brilliant in the leading role. I mean, she's in almost every single scene and she really delivers. What can you sort of both tell me about that kind of collaboration with her and what she brings to that very complex role of DC Manning?
I mean, Jenna is just she's like the only way I can describe it is like a masterclass. It's sort of like, I felt really fortunate to obviously be working opposite her, but you know, there are times when sort of they turn the camera around and it's on her and she's got to act opposite like a you know, like not me for eyeline. And I felt really fortunate to sort of watch and absorb what she's doing. She's just brilliant. I think she brings like such a captivating subtlety to her performance, which is, yeah, it's, God, I need to think of another word other than brilliant, but it was brilliant. But yeah, Jenna and I brought up created like a good rapport on set. We had like a good banter back and forth, and I think that aided in sort of like creating the mother-daughter relationship that you then see on screen.
Yeah. What about your experience, Archie?
Yeah, great. Similarly to yours, Ruby, we obviously had to kind of get that rapport going, but ours in a slightly different way, in that while we are colleagues, we kind of fell into this like brother-sister kind of relationship in a sense. We both kind of like look out for each other, and I'm kind of like Hitch is kind of the annoying younger brother who's very eager and excited about things and about the cases and stuff. And yeah, we kind of really fell into that naturally, and also kind of outside of work, like that's kind of our you know, relationship now. But yeah, she was incredible in that role, and also how she juggled, you know, these kind of nuances to the character of, she's a detective, yeah, but she's also a mother, she's a daughter, and she made it all very human. All these experiences, and you know, the character that has some trauma that is kind of eating away at her. Yeah, she really did a number on this one. She did a great job.
Yeah, because I mean, the show obviously it's about, I mean, it's a lot like any great thriller series. It's kind of grounded and sort of given such a kind of social, political undercurrent. It kind of really reflects the kind of world we live in today. And I think, given the two timelines, it gives quite a striking, quite profound reminder that abuse of this nature has been around for a long time, and sadly is just as prevalent today. And we're still fighting the same systemic and societal kind of barriers, I suppose, to try and overcome all of this stuff. Do you think that's one of the main themes in this? I'll come to you, Ruby, on this one. I mean, this kind of idea and the way the two storylines work together, just to show that things are still the same, and that's not being quite a good thing.
Yeah, I think it tackles a huge, I mean, that's a props to obviously Kat's writing, like a huge amount of themes and also umbrella themes as well. And I think, yeah, that's really interesting that I think the flashbacks sort of highlight how perhaps the way we conduct ourselves as a society, the foundations of what we believe and what we think perhaps haven't progressed as much as maybe we think we have. Yeah, you know what? I actually hadn't even considered it hugely in that light before. But yeah, that's I think perhaps it does point to that, and that is true.
It's not all doom and gloom, though. I mean, there were some funny moments in this. Did they come across in the script for you both as well? Because I mean, there was a few moments in this where I did laugh out loud when I was watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, there are some. I mean, Hitch's characters kind of felt quite light to me throughout anyway, and that's through no fault of Hitch. It's through him not being funny. It's kind of him just being a bit blasé about stuff and in certain situations, and a bit new, a bit fresh. And again, that's Kat's writing, doing great things there. I'm finding it hard to pinpoint now because I watched it a little while ago.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like you said, sort of. I mean, there are certain characters that offer like a bit of like a bit of comedic relief, or like some at points as well. But I think as well, like for me, when Jenna and I had like a few heavy scenes, but then we did one where we just like drove around in circles, like singing a song. I can't even remember it was like the song escapes me now, but like,
oh god, no, don't get the song back in my head.
do you know what I mean? It was like in my head for weeks. Yeah. But there are, like, as dark as it is, and the scenes that all of us sort of shared together or alone, like that were heavy, there were defo points of like comedic relief that allow the audience to like sit back and relax as well as ourselves, really.
Yeah, I love it when she's having a sing song in the car with her mum. What are both of your go-to car songs? Everyone likes singing in the car. It's like singing in the shower.
Oh God, I need to have my phone to see which.
Yeah,
is like recent, got the streets, dry your eyes.
Oh my God!
You listened to Monday after the football? Was that one?
Yeah, everyone was playing that. That's not so, but that is a good song that you can like shout out loud, but it's not as sort of thumpy. I saw the funniest, this is so off topic, I saw the funniest edit the other day of like the new Burnley manager. Who was it? And he was like chatting to the camera, and then they put Dry Your Eyes, Mate in the background.
Is it Scott Parker?
Like, who?
The new Burnley.
Scott Parker's to Burnley.
Wait, is that right?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah. Scott Parker.
Yeah.
It was really funny. Sorry, that was totally off topic.
We've gone way off topic. Gabrielle's a good like singer.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I got on there. Yeah.
And working sort of simultaneously with the narrative in this, obviously, is Riz's podcast. I wondered, you two quite keen podcast listeners, do you like the kind of true crime stuff that's out there, or even some of the kind of more episodic stuff on like Netflix and stuff like that?
Yeah, I had to give myself a bit of a hiatus from true crime podcasts because me and my partner basically just scared ourselves too much. We have to listen to a podcast before we go to sleep. Now it's got to that kind of stage, and we did get really into a podcast called Red Handed, if you've heard of that one.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. They do these true crime stories, and actually, yeah, there was just one episode that really kind of, we got cat as well, so we know the cat makes noise. But then in your head, after listening to something like that, we were like, "Oh, what if it's something else?" And we had to give ourselves a hiatus from true crime podcasts. But yeah, I love it. I love it, and I think it's the same reason why we love these kind of series. It's because it keeps you guessing and it keeps you like intrigued. And we love the kind of mystery, and we also, I don't know if you're like this. But we kind of do love being the ones to get it right. When you start watching it with someone and you start guessing. Oh, I know. Oh, that's him. It was definitely him. It was definitely him. We kind of like to do the detective works ourselves. I think that's why we like these programs and these podcasts too.
Yeah. Was it therefore quite cool playing a detective then, Archie? Did you feel like you had the chance to kind of fulfill some of that?
I did a little bit. I wouldn't say Hitch is the best detective. He's no Luther, that's for sure. But maybe one day he'll get to that kind of level. But I'd say that was what was fun for me, was that he was a bit of a rookie and he was fresh, and in his kind of youth and immaturity had a lot to learn. He didn't have all the answers, so that was fun to play.
Yeah, because Ruby as well, you're playing a character that's a bit younger than yourself. Was it quite fun tapping back into that mindset of a few years ago, remembering what it felt like to be that age?
Yeah, I think also that sort of experience of like so desperately wanting to be independent, but also like, like wanting nothing to do with your parents, but then also like really, really wanting their input. But like when it suits you, I thought that was interesting and also quite funny because I feel like I could relate that back to my sort of teenage years. No, I like playing a teenager. I think also I have like a bit of a baby face, so it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
It goes well together, and also it means I can then sort of work with really brilliant people like in this show.
So just very funny then before I go, because obviously, I mean, there was comparisons kind of made to like Happy Valley and the kind of that kind of great kind of detective-led kind of series, but that's now gone on for like a few seasons. I just wondered, would you guys be open to more? As you think this story could be developed further and there could be more life to the Jetty?
Yeah, it could be really exciting, like where it could go and what all the different characters would end up doing,
Yeah, I think it'd be really interesting to see where this could go. But that is not our job, and I'm not. I would not know where this is.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, they could time it so that it launches the next time after we get knocked out of the World Cup 2026. It could be like a kind of.
Don't say that. After we win
knocked out. What do you mean?
We win it.
Yeah. Well, when the women play next year.
That's true. Yeah, that's it. But then that could hopefully be more of a happier experience. But brilliant. Well, thank you so much, guys, for speaking to me today. I've really enjoyed the show, and hopefully there will be some more to come. We can catch up again. Who knows?
Wicked.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey you guys.
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys.
Hey, you guys.